junior at Clarkson University. So I live in Potsdam. I've been living in the North Country for 3 years now, and I've attended dozens of civic events with some of the incredible people who live here. I've had the privilege of speaking at their demonstrations and rallies and their meetings, and I've taken part in a fair share of the activism that's been happening in the North Country over the past 13 months. As the gravity of the disasters unfolding across this country increase as time moves forward, I've witnessed the intensity of these civic events increase in turn. Despite the growing unease, I've always felt like the local law enforcement were on our side. I think I speak for many of the organizers and the protesters when I say that we have entrusted local law enforcement to serve and protect us. We have maintained trust in them, even in a time when federal law enforcement are spreading death and terror in our streets. Even as we have been given every reason to distrust the vest and badge, we have not turned our trust away from the authorities here. So I ask that great care is taken to ensure that this trust is not in vain, and that it will not need to be revoked. And second, I want to point out the economic impact of injecting masked, armed, legally immune, unidentified, untrained, federal, already a small government, agents into a region with 4 higher education institutions. Between Clarkson, SLU, and the 2 SUNY schools, the North Country is home to over 800 international students, which is, I could approximate that from what their stats say online. And while the group of over 3,100 non-white students, who may be citizens, including the international students, between the 4 schools may consist of mostly citizens, ICE's discrimination against non-white individuals, citizen or not, is legally backed and disgusting. Accent, language spoken, and skin color are now legally acceptable grounds for detention by ICE. It should go without saying that these individuals would be made grossly unsafe by ICE presence. This personal danger may discourage others like them from coming to our corner of New York and propping up the economy as they are right now. I hate that I need to use money to justify a moral issue, but the reality is simple. More ICE directly translates to less economic activity in the region, a cost that the already disadvantaged North Country cannot bear without consequences. So while I've heard a number of justifications for cooperating with ICE in the North Country, I'll conclude with this. I don't care what capacity they're here in. Your constituents don't want them, and your economy cannot afford the consequences of them being here. ICE agents don't belong in the North Country. They don't belong anywhere but prison cells. I may not be a permanent resident who's able to vote here, but I've met many amazing people who are, and I know that there are plenty more like them in the North Country. They will see to it that no one who votes to pass this resolution will keep their seat on this board, which is up for re-election.